And we have returned. You're listening to CSC Talk Radio. This is Beth Ann. We are talking about taking out the trash. Double bag it. Take it to the curb in November when you go to vote. This is nasty stuff. The Democrat Party of today is not the Democrat Party of your grandparents or your great-grandparents. They are socialists. They are evil. They called Kavanaugh evil. You know. Suggested slander. They're not going to stop at this man. One of the comments he made in his testimony was how much he enjoyed coaching the girls. I think it's soccer. Isn't that what he coaches? Soccer? And Dianne Feinstein said, well, maybe they should keep him from coaching these young girls. So now he's gone from a high school guy who maybe drank too much and groped some woman to near rape and abuse all of his life to a pedophile. Where are the parents of these girls that he has coached? Why are they not standing up and defending this man? Evil prevails. When good men and women do absolutely nothing, say absolutely nothing. Those phone lines for Congress should be burning up. You want me to give you that number again? 202-224-3121. Tell them you're going to take out the trash in November. Tell them you're going to double bag it and take it out to the curb. And tell them you're going to hold the Republicans responsible. Because they won't have that excuse anymore. They haven't had it now. So those like the woman in Alaska and the one in Maine and people like Flake, we need, dare I say this, even Sass at times. Sass from Nebraska. He's not a Trumper. He doesn't respect your Trump. He didn't respect your cool, your country of origin labeling. He's a globalist that once in a while votes Republican. You know, just so he can keep getting elected. You're being messed with. You know that, right? And the stench is getting worse and worse and worse. You know, it doesn't take very long when you cook chicken and you throw the chicken. Even if you rinse it out and wash it and you double bag it in these little bags and you throw it in the trash, the next day it stinks. You can't get rid of it. It's foul. I don't know how anybody can stand to walk around D.C. Well, Patrick Buchanan. I always want to call him Buck Buchanan. Patrick Buchanan. I like what he says. I don't always agree with it 100%, but I have a lot of respect for this gentleman. He says Kavanaugh's lynching is a dress rehearsal for Trump's impeachment. If you think that was nasty, you wait what they have planned and you think they're not working hard? They're not working hard for you, but they're working hard for their power. He says Judge Brett Kavanaugh, and he is a judge. Remember, he's had 6 FBI investigations or background checks, and he is currently a federal judge. And when he was elected to that federal judgeship, I believe it was unanimous. The same people that are saying he's a rapist, he's a drunk, voted for him. Brett Kavanaugh's nomination to the Supreme Court was approved on an 11-10 party line vote Friday in Senate Judiciary Committee. Yet his confirmation is not assured. Senator Jeff Flake, Pat says, Republican of Arizona, has demanded and gotten his way as the price of his vote on the floor. He was dickering. Oh, yeah, he was dickering. A week-long delay. And the GOP Senate has agreed to Democrat demands for a new FBI investigation of all credible charges of sexual abuse against the judge. Pat says astonishing. With a quarter century in public service, Kavanaugh has undergone 6 FBI field investigations. They turned up nothing like the charge of sexual misconduct leveled against him, at least last 2 weeks. In his 30-hour of public testimony before the Judiciary Committee prior to Thursday, no senator had raised an issue of sexual misconduct. But if Brett Kavanaugh is elevated to the Supreme Court, it will be because in his final appearance, he tore up the script assigned to him. He set aside his judicial demeanor to fight for his good name and the passion and righteous rage of the innocent and good man he believes himself to be. He is, are you ready for this? He's your Spartacus. He's taking this abuse for you. President Donald Trump is taking the abuse for you, the people of the United States, the Americans who believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You believe in being left alone. You believe in government not running your lives. They hate you because they want everything you have, including those crumbs that Nancy Pelosi said you got from this tax deal that they made a year ago. Back to Pat. He turned an inquisition into his character and conduct as a teenager into a blazing indictment of the Democrat minority for what they are doing to his reputation and to his family. Now, we're supposed to have sympathy for Miss Ford because she's had ugly emails and threats, but so has Brett Kavanaugh's wife and children and himself. Should we just say that's okay because he's a guy and you don't like him or you don't like the president that nominated him? I don't think so. Rather than play the role of penitent, Kavanaugh did what Clarence Thomas did 30 years before. He attacked the character, conduct, and motives of his Democrat accusers. Now, I don't see how there can be any question to their motives. She held this letter for 2 months. She questioned him in the nomination process. Never, ever asked him about his drinking habits or his sexual assault habits, which he doesn't have. I think he did a little drinking. I think he did. I didn't go to college, can you tell? I didn't go to college, and I didn't drink in high school. I'm just not the party gal, I guess. But Daddy didn't allow it. It had a lot to do with it. Daddy didn't allow it. He once told us, he says, you didn't do the things that I did when I was a kid because I didn't allow you the opportunities. Anyway, I go on. He said, and did the judge not speak the truth? With few exceptions, all 46 Senate Democrats are determined to defeat him, even if that requires them to destroy him. They rejected Brett Kavanaugh the day he was nominated, actually, the day before, long before. Pat's got it right. I'm going to stop with his article. It goes on and it tells a lot of good stuff, but I've got one here from Forbes that I think you really need to know about. And how many of you watched football this weekend? What was that flag at the Green Bay Packers rolled out on the field? Craziness. 877-895-5410 is the number to call. Oh, by the way, Canada decided to join us in the new NAFTA. 877-895-5410, and we will be right back.